Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2023. 8 races on today's card as per usual, and a lot of grade 1s and open, or actually say mostly grade 1s, 2 opens, and a grade 2. So we'll be kicking off the card today with Rock Your Hurricane in an open, just to get things started, and we'll go from there. I'm recording this the day after the last episode, but of course you guys probably won't see it for another 2 days. You know how that works. And yeah, I'm just trying to make progress. This is why I hate having so many horses. The progress is really starting to drive me crazy with how long it's taking me to get through. It's important to put our horses in races that I think work for them, but also just not having half as many would make us get through this a lot quicker. So that time is coming. Rock Your Hurricane finally showing some good progress. He's a heavy favorite today by over $5. So Rock Your Hurricane looks like he should have an easy job here today. And looking at his progress so far, you know what's crazy? I actually have him crossed out in my notes, which means like I thought I was going to get rid of him. Like, no, he's actually just turning the corner. No grade 3s or grade 2s. I don't even know how many wins he has. I probably should have checked beforehand. But heavy favorite here today, 3-year-old Colt running 10 furlongs. Rock Your Hurricane by Golden Boy out of Free Fear. You see his ability stretch, last corner leader, stretch burst. Auto ability, southpaw, rough track, okay. Can't really go wrong with those. And I still don't know much about him. 75 speed, 75 response. Everything else is below 60, so not ideal. Power rating being 42 for the turf is really bad, and I guess that's the biggest question with him when it comes to breeding. You guys know how I feel about colts with bad power ratings. Any horse with a bad power rating is going to concern me, but if he's a colt and he's a turf horse, he's going to have to do some super amazing things in order for me to probably consider it. But he's not at his peak yet either, so he's not a horse I want to get rid of. But if I feel like I'm going to struggle with him at any point, then I probably will let him go. Because again, like if I don't use him for breeding, then kind of what's the point, right? You know? There will be like nothing for me to gain out of doing that. So we'll see. The only way to make him worthwhile for breeding is if I obviously used a really good broodmare with like double S power. And there's still a chance the offspring in the foal could inherit his power rating of 42. You know, like I could still get horses with E power ratings, and it seems like I've really done better in recent years to get away from that. So I don't think I should continue to put myself in a situation if I'm going to use him where I would regret it later on. You know what I mean? So I'll check his stats afterwards and see how he's doing. It sucks. He's a personal horse, but like the fact that he inherited 42 is kind of crazy. Somehow. So he wants to run faster, but my dude, like, you're not a front runner. You're just going to have to deal with the pace. You know? So we'll see. We shall see. He does have last corner leader, so I need to make sure I get him up front. He does have a quick response rating, which is cool. There's last corner leader. Now we'll get him going. A little bit late on the whip, but I think he can. I mean, he's the heavy favorite. And again, I think the way he's winning is what's keeping me kind of indecisive, because I think he's proving he has some strength in there. But again, the 42 power rating doesn't tell you that he's a strong horse. But this field's done. What a win for Rock Your Hurricane, and he's not even tired. You know, like that's the weird thing with him. He's showing a lot of strength. And I suppose I need to try him at graded stakes to see if he can win there. If he can win there, then I think he makes a case for himself. But if I struggle to win at the grade 2, grade 3 level, I'll let him go, and we'll probably race against him, which will be fun. We'll let the AI control him at that point. 7-length winner, easy money for Rock Your Hurricane. And that's a good way to get today's episode started. Wins, as always. Give me 1 second here. All right, so Cafe Bronco, he's up here in a grade 1. I'm pretty sure Cafe Bronco has already achieved a victory at that level. And he has. Cafe Bronco has a 7 furlong grade 1 win. He has a grade 2 and 2 grade 3s. So unlike his stablemate Rocky Hurricane, Cafe Bronco already has a good track record. He comes into today's Young Mile Cup as the favorite. 30-cent favorite over 13-horse Perfect Minister. And I suppose we'll go through the post parade. I know I used to do this a lot. It's just so time consuming and I hate how long it takes. And you see his power rating 83. I'm kind of realizing I'm answering my own question. And they have pretty much the same abilities or very similar. By Gentle House out of Tigris Sassoon. This is the half brother to Eastside Band, ladies and gentlemen. I believe. Right? No. Yes. No. Did Eastside Band come from... yeah, she came from Tigris Sassoon. I was thinking about another horse. I just can't remember who. Sorry, I'm looking at my pedigree here. Yeah, he has so many half siblings. Cafe Bronco's half siblings to Big Friday, who's hitting the track this year. Revenge, who's his stablemate. Common Inspector, who he lost. Glam Queen, You May Be Promises, Angel Hearts, Whispering Gold. Oh my goodness. All from Gentle House. Yeah, okay, they are half siblings. Both out of Eastside Band, just different fathers. So yeah, like I said, Cafe Bronco to me is a clear horse that we're going to use. And Rocky Hurricane, I'd probably next time out need to toss him into a grade 1, see how he does. You know, he could be an experimental breeding type of horse, and we could see how he handles that. But it's no guarantee it'll work how I want. But that's kind of the point, right? You take the risk, you see how it goes. And hopefully it goes well. We have 2 more grade 1s after this. Like I said, big graded stakes meet here today for us. So a lot to prove. Let's see if we can get it done. And I said I was going to go through the post parade and I completely forgot. But again, I also want to get these videos out to you guys sooner. And just every... thing I do that can just take more time is going to delay how quickly I can get videos out to you guys. So for now, I'm just trying to cut back. I know I haven't done a Gallop Racer weekly update video in a while. I will get back to that. To be honest, I realize with so many horses, it's so much going on. That makes it a bit harder to keep up with stuff like that. Like if I have less horses, I think I can do that more consistently. But what I'm probably going to do is just simplify it and just highlight maybe like 3 races that I thought were really awesome races during the week, which is also hard to do because, again, we have so many horses and some of our races are pretty, high quality to an extent. Now, I missed last corner leader, so that's my fault. And I may have sent him a little bit too soon, but we'll see. Cafe Bronco, down the stretch we come. Who's that keeping up with us? That's General World, but Cafe Bronco, furlong left to go. The 13 is closing. That's Perfect Minister, and I feel like I botched this for Cafe Bronco, and I did. I don't know why I sent him so early. Can he hang on? No, that's it. I butchered it and botched it. Gosh, Eric, why? I was too distracted. Way too distracted. Wasn't even thinking. Oh my gosh, that's such a bad race to lose, man. I can't. I'm distracted and I'm thinking about too many things and I just need to stick to just winning races right now and I'll figure out the rest later. That's my problem. Another grade 1. Precious is up. 8 furlongs, not even the favorite. I can't. Yeah, what's new, right? Eric losing a easy grade 1 that he should have won by like 5 lengths. Man. Eastside Band with the record here. I'm trying to move on from that race as quickly as possible because if I talk about it more, it's going to drive me nuts. So I'm not going to do it today. I can't do it today. Man. Yeah. That's something I have to really improve. Not to talk about that issue. I mean, not about that specific race, but it's easily, I would say, my biggest downfall and my biggest flaw when it comes to Gallop Racer. Just losing races I shouldn't lose because I'm just not doing what I need to do. I'm not paying attention. Cafe Bronco will get other opportunities. I'm not worried about that. But again, there's nothing worse than losing a race you were supposed to win. So, yeah, just too distracted, thinking about too many different things, and just, instead of just focusing on winning the race and then doing the talking afterwards, right? Trust me, I know these things. I can be my own worst enemy. More than anybody else could ever, you know? Ay. Okay, Precious Scene is good. Let's go. No Rebo. Instant response. Oh, wow. I think that's only the second time I've tapped into that with Precious Scene, but that's awesome. And I cannot wait to use him as a sire. Now, you see what happens when I'm actually paying attention to the race I'm supposed to win. And that... What do I mean supposed to win? I'm the fourth favorite. I wasn't supposed to win. Precious Scene gets it done. Wins the P2000G. Or the 1000. No, it's the 2000. Okay. Just that quick, I bounce back. But again, it's not... You guys get it. You've been watching me long enough. Shouldn't even celebrate it. I mean, I should because it's not the horse's fault. You know, like, but still. I'm mad at myself. That's all. It's an awesome race. Awesome win there for Precious Scene. I need to be better about that. I need to produce results like that when they're supposed to be wins. Especially when they're supposed to be wins. If I'm not the favorite, different story. All right, Revenge. Up in the Treasure Stakes, 10.5 furlong. Second favorite behind Grand Tempest. That's a pretty darn good horse. Here's Revenge by Gentle House out of Butterfly Effect. Still kind of waiting for him to show me something serious. Now, he has a grade 1 win at a mile long. He also has a grade 3 victory. Stamina is disappointing. I thought it'd be a lot higher. I think he has a good power rating. He should. Comeback is a good latent ability to have on a horse. Or auto ability, excuse me. And I don't know anything else, but the most important attributes so far, speed and stamina, are at least revealed to me. And, oh, look at that. He can run on turf and dirt. So, again, another good horse we can use as a sire in the future. 10 to 15 furlongs. He does certainly inherit the distance from his mother. And I can run him on either surface. So, Revenge is the type of horse that I think to take advantage of his attributes, I need to race him for a while and on both surfaces quite a bit. And again, the fact that he has comeback as an ability also proves that I can race him quite a bit. So, yeah. Sometimes I forget to mute that while I also have music playing in the background because, I don't know, it's weird for me now to play this game without music. Like, if I wasn't recording and I was playing like this game, then I would be listening to my own music that most likely gets copyright striked. But you guys know how that is as well. All right, Treasure Stakes here with Revenge. All these races were on the same card here today. So this is making us get through it pretty quickly. But yeah, we really have to just continue to do what we need to do. And when I say we, I really mean me, as in like playing better and not making such goofy, foolish mistakes. You know what I mean? Nothing bothers me more than that, making mistakes that are so like preventable. But I suppose I have to learn my lesson the hard way until I actually get it right, don't I? Alright. Now, don't get over eager, but I don't need you to go towards the front like a madman, alright? Just hang back, okay. And it's kind of nice that despite his mother being a complete front runner who wanted to be clear out in front by 2 lanes at all times, he wants to race at the back. Which I'm not mad at, because as long as his stamina can look like this on the left with that blue bar at max, it's pretty decent. I don't know what his power rating is. He's pretty responsive, so he's not going to fight with me too much, fortunately, but neither did his mother or his father. Does he have last corner leader? I can't remember. I don't think he does. Okay, here we go. Now, he's the second favorite. Did I start too long? I mean, no, he can fight back. Come on, brother. Down the stretch we come. I started way too late. Does he have an answer? Come on, Revenge. Come on, Revenge. Kick in, my guy. Revenge is clawing back. He's clawing back. Look at this effort from Revenge. Down the straight. And he gets it done. What a horse. Oh, my gosh. Way too late on the spurt for me. My gosh. I'm winning races where I'm 3 for 4, but like it's not pretty. Not by any means. Now that one deserves, that definitely deserves a celebration. And there it is. Revenge with the Treasure Stakes. Wow. Considering his pedigree, that's what he's supposed to do, but it's just like, I totally gave that race away in the end. And go ahead and watch that back. Why am I hesitating to start so late? I don't know, people. Don't overthink it. It's just something I'm doing that's stupid, and I just need to be more conscious. I think that first race, the race with Cafe Bronco that I botched because I just wasn't paying attention, ran him too hard too soon. As usual, when I mess up, I tend to overthink it sometimes and overcorrect instead of just resetting and, handling the race as I'm supposed to handle it with my horse. But yeah, that's good to know. I talk about it sometimes. Like, I hate getting started late on my spurts like that. But to me, I need a racehorse that I can answer back with in those scenarios because things happen. Anything can happen in a race. And I like to know that I have a horse that can respond to any obstacle, any adversity, no matter what happens. If we get a slow start or if I get a slow start, I want to know my horse is not going to be completely defeated and can still claw back for the last 2 furlongs to make himself or herself a threat in the stretch. And that's exactly what Revenge did. And again, considering he's not a front runner like his mother, that leg type does suit us. Granted, I ran him towards the front the whole time, but like the pace was slow to me and I didn't see the need to hold him back anymore. It was a short field. Now, you see, I way too low. Way too slow. And 2 furlongs gone. And it looks like it's bad, right? But I knew we were going to beat the 10 and the 7 horse, who we're getting past now. And then we just had to chase the 8. And look at that drive from Revenge. No ability. Look at him kicking in. And he's able to get it done. To me, that's a great thing to see in a racehorse, man. Now I know that can happen if, I make a mistake. To me, that's just a complete mess up, not even a mistake. Like, ooh, oopsies. Like, I hesitated too long. I was definitely overthinking it in the moment, and I waited too long. But it's good to know I have a racehorse that can answer back like that. Cafe Bronco, I'm so sorry, my guy. I'm so sorry. Gosh. Awfully sorry. Awfully sorry. It will never happen again. Yeah. Was on a winning streak prior to that. Shocker. Yeah, let's get him in another grade 1. Right, everybody's getting into grade 1s. What's your distance again? 9 to 14. Can you race Marsh Stakes in June? That's a little bit short. Let's run you the Paris Grand Prix. Yep, that's a good test. We need to bounce back with a really big win. And for whatever reason, if you win that race, sometimes it puts you in contention for Horse of the Year. So yeah, Rocky Hurricane, definitely the slowest developing of all the horses. But you see, everybody else is essentially at their peak. He's the only horse in this group of 3-year-olds, 3-year-old original horses, that still won't hit his peak till next year. Still not telling me his stamina. I would love to know that. And his max distance. And I didn't take advantage of last corner leader in that race either. But again, he's by Golden Boy. You guys know how Golden Boy horses have turned out for us. So, I'm going to put him in a grade 1 now. I got to see if he's capable of it. And they want him in the Golden Derby. In 2 weeks. Perfect. I would love to get to that race in this episode. But there's a bunch of races we have in this month alone. And I'm probably not getting to that one. Not today, at least. Precious Scene, undefeated, 6 for 6 with 2 grade 1s. Not to mention, I didn't even put the last one in his notes. So yeah, good stuff there. So, let me see. I got Revenge, his grade 1. Precious Scene, and then, yeah, that was it. Okay. So Precious Scene is good. Revenge, you... coming off that win, 4 wins and 6 starts with 2 grade 1s. So S rank already. Would love to know his power. 94 response rating. That's fantastic. This horse is by Gentle House again, out of Butterfly Effect. Still waiting on 2 abilities. Kind of want to put him on the dirt. I think putting him on the dirt would kind of be nice to... The Belmont. He has revenge. He has comeback, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and run him in the Belmont. He'll be in the green. I think he's capable of competing. The win is the question, but certainly. That means his toughness rating is probably not that great, but try him out on the dirt at 12 furlongs. He can run 15. He has endurance in his family. Did I not put Precious Scene in a race? I thought I did. No, I didn't. All right, 9 to 12 for Precious Scene. Whenever you're ready to go... I can actually race Precious Scene a little bit less. He really takes a long time to recover, which kind of works out, actually. Probably not racing him till the end of summer. Nothing's really suitable for him, and I'm not putting him in a GWS. Lead stakes, we'll do that. Caffrey Bronco, you're in the Paris GP. Revenge, you're in the Belmont. Rocky Hurricane in the Golden Derby. All right. 4 down, 4 more to go. I'm like, I wrote this race down for Point Black. I totally forgot I let her go, and I still have her. Like, I still have her. Yeah. So what race did I not put down today that we're doing? Eastern Knights up in Singapore. Homo Methods up in an open. Extreme Kick. All right. I'm like, somebody's in a race today I did not put down. All right. Extreme Kick. Just give a quick look at her. Biformal Opera, the Toxic Blonde. Really good latent abilities. Of course, she inherits most of those from the great Formal Opera, a.k.a. Secretariat. I know nothing about her still. No speed, no stamina, no power ratings, good heart rating. Don't even know her distance. And that's the downside of Formal Opera horses for me in this game. Is that because he had so much flexibility, like, they just don't tell me these things. So I may never find her true distance, to be honest. The leg type, I'm surprised they told me. That usually is what takes the longest. Toxic Blonde was a sprinter, and Formal Opera could run anything up to 12 furlongs. Like, I have no idea what she's going to want to do. Now, she's 2 for 5. With 1 grade 1, at least. She's struggling on the dirt. Should I try her out on turf? Have I ran her on turf yet is the question. And I'm wondering if I actually have tried her out on turf yet. Give me 1 second. No, she's been on dirt and dirt grade 1 since the jump. She won her first grade 1, 8.5 on the dirt. And her last win was an open, so hopefully she wins this today. I need to try her out on the turf. I know she can run it. I just don't know how well. It's the main question. But yeah. Last 4 races here of this episode. I know it's quick, but again, I want to make sure I get these out to you guys as soon as possible. And again, if I keep it to 8 races an episode, less editing time, quicker upload times, all that stuff. Not to mention, it's a little bit easier for me to keep track of what I'm doing when I split these up as opposed to doing the super hour-and-a-half long episodes I used to do. Not saying I'll never do those, but there's special cases and days for those type. Extreme Kick, she's up. 7 furlong sprint here on the tip. So I am trying her out on the turf for the first time in an open, which makes sense. Don't run her too high yet. She's a horse I want to keep. I think she'll be an awesome broodmare for us once I figure out exactly what she's capable of. Tempered response ratings, feel, yeah, those aren't good. But again, if she has really good speed, stamina, or power ratings, combined with that heart rating, I think that'll make up for it. You know what I mean? So, it's kind of how I'm looking at it, personally. But time will tell. Not a great start, but not like I really needed it. Second favorite here today. I'm definitely going to run her towards the back. Let's see if she's really a true closer. Guys notice I think I play this game a lot better with horses that race towards the back. Even if I start a little bit later, it's better than being on a front runner and getting started too late and messing up your race or going too heavy as a result. It's just a lot easier for me to time myself if I'm racing further. Yeah, not a good field rating or response. So getting her settled might be a little bit of a hassle. I mean, she can run anywhere from second to last all the way up to first. So I probably should be a lot more flexible with what I do for her. Not great stamina. Let's see how she pushes. Now, will she get any abilities? She's running wide here. The 11 horse still on the inside. Furlong left to go. She has the lead by a nose. The field is coming, though. Is there any response from Extreme Kick? No. Not at all. She's gassed. I said not great stamina. Not a good showing on the turf for her in an open. And yeah, didn't really feel good with her that whole race. I gotta be completely honest with you. That's one of those races where it's like, yeah, I did not like anything about it. Course loss, we'll take it, but yeah, maybe she's not a turf horse. I mean, Formal Opera had the flexibility to still be a good turf horse. That is what his rating says, good. Maybe she doesn't inherit that. Maybe she's strictly a dirt horse. Again, there's question marks by that rating, so I genuinely don't know. I just figured because of her father, she would have that flexibility, but there's a good chance she doesn't. So I'll stick her to the dirt from now on. But, yeah. These are things I have to know and figure out at some point. I'd rather it happen now than, later. Formal method up in an open. Another dirt horse I'm trying to figure out. Look at these stats. She peaked 2 years ago, technically. And I don't know I know she has a bad stamina rating, but also when I seem to get her going late, she just goes backwards. Despite her having a great heart rating. It's really annoying, and I don't know if it's the power or what. And she's a front runner. Again, I wish she was at least a preceder. I could run her behind the leader, and then I would just have to wait to go once the leader maybe started to show a little bit more speed or just whatever the case is, right? I just think there would be easier flexibility for me to run her from that position as opposed to setting the pace, and she doesn't have great stamina. Like I talk about it every blue moon. It drives me nuts to be on a front runner with bad stamina. Like that just doesn't make sense. It's like trying to put a sprinter in a marathon race and have them keep up with regular endurance marathon runners. It makes no sense. It's the one thing I cannot stand about some horses in this game. They have terrible stamina, but they want to run towards the front. It's like, you don't have the stamina to run at the front. Now I'm going to hold her. Hold. Now we're going to go. And this is so much easier to do in an open race. And even still, I just feel like she doesn't stay out front strong like I want. I just feel like anything I do, that's an easy win, but it's an open. And look how fast her speed drops. Like, do I have to save her even longer? Is she like a 1.5 spurt timing type of horse where you have to wait till a furlong and a half to get her going? It's easier for me to do that like in Gallop Racer 3 or even Gallop Racer 2003. In this game, it's just kind of hard for me to time it. But they're giving me almost a perfect eval except for the start. So I don't get it. That's a good win, but that's an open. I would like to win graded stakes with her, and I can't figure it out. So next time I race with her, I'm going to try holding her a bit longer. Because if I had sent her sooner, I'm guaranteeing you I would have lost that race. I've done that a bazillion times. Okay, it's not a bazillion. I've only raced her like 8 or 9 times. But the point is, I've sent her a bit sooner than when I sent her in that last race, and I lost them. You guys remember. It's happened, so... yeah, I don't know. That's tricky, but I'm glad she won. But again, I wonder if she's a really late spurt type of horse. I guess we'll see. The Preakness Stakes here with Green Crystal. The favorite. Nobody really competitive in this field. Moral Chimera, Gorgeous Skyline, good horses, but they have nothing on Green Crystal. And Green Crystal, this guy is stacked with the closer ability, which means I could run him in last if I wanted to. And I kind of want to do that depending on the start we get. I want to see that speed come to life. The Preakness Stakes here, ladies and gentlemen, with Green Crystal. Seeing if we can get it done. We should. We're a $2.50 favorite. This really wouldn't be a fun race to actually watch in reality with the horse being that heavily favored, especially if he's as good as Green Crystal. We'll see how he does. We'll see how he does. He's excited, but we are off in the Preakness Stakes, and he gets out like a rocket, so I'm going to send him to the front and just make sure that whoever needs to lead the race overtakes us, and that's Moral Chimera. Go figure. Sounds and feels like it's just going to be us two for the majority of the race. Beautiful gray. Beautiful gray. An actual gray, right? Oh, gosh. If he was, like, obviously much darker, then he wouldn't be. Then again, like, I don't know what his, that little... the picture would look like, the avatar that you can see with your foals. I mean, I can't see it for a horse like that, so I would have no idea. Since he's not an original. Gosh, this dude Green Crystal is just so easy to work with, man. Honestly, like, he just... And again, this is a horse that was given to me. I did not buy him. Like, some of my strongest studs we have right now, like, trainers are just giving me those horses. So it's kind of working out for me. I'm not actually having to, like, look for them. They're just like, hey, here's a great stud. Take care of him. And I'm like, oh, okay, say less, you know? Like, I can really send him whenever I want. Lost the head-to-head. You'll be all right. You'll be all right, my guy. I got to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting to get a revolution at all. I'm just like, okay, I'm still confident I'm going to win the race, even though he got demotivated. Like I was saying this entire race, Green Crystal is amazing. And the fact that they just gave him to me is like, thank you. He could have crushed a record there. 11 fractions flat. Well, not flat. One of them was flat, but... wow. That's what he does, right? Green Crystal's an absolute machine, man. He really is. And there's your Preakness Stakes winner. Green Crystal does it again. And that's his third Grade 1 win. This time it comes at 9.5 miles on the dot. And he crushes that by 6 lengths. Not even close. Perfect race eval. And again, like last episode, one of my highest evals I've had in recent memory. Those victories make me feel a lot better, especially when I have some really goofy, horrid, what I would consider by my standards, mistakes of racing. Green Crystal, amazing. A dude can do no wrong so far. And to close out today's episode will be Eastern Knife in the Singapore Stakes, running 10 furlongs here. He is the favorite. Another race with a horse that's heavily favored by more than $3. And again, no shade to some of the horses in this field that are, by their own standards, good horses. Eastern Knife is another horse that's kind of like Green Crystal. And you see the stats. Now, he's a horse I actually did acquire because, like, I love Eastern Knife. And I haven't used him in this game, so I'm like, yes, let me go ahead and pick him up. One bad ability with Loses Will. Everything else is fantastic to have. Great sire. His horses are going to be amazing. Look at these stats. Telling you, man, this is why I want to downsize our horses. That way we can progress through our years faster and get to breeding quicker. So some of these horses we're racing with now will actually be in the position to see what type of unique and obviously, hopefully amazing elite double S horses we can get. We're at that point now, right? Every year, every crop, we're getting more than 60 to 75% of double S horses that are going to turn out to be retired horses for us. A couple of those will be Hall of Famers, right? That's where we are at right now in this series. And again, if you've been watching me from the beginning, you understand how far we've come. You remember all of the frustrating days. We all remember all the times I had to answer the questions and was just not doing ideally the best thing for, you know, the series, let alone just trying to progress in this game. I've learned. Because for those of you that don't know, I didn't play this game that long as a kid. I mainly played Gallop Racer 3, and I I was constantly restarting my save files. I don't know why. I never stuck to a save file longer than like 10 years. So I never really made any true progress in the games as a kid. I played them a bunch, but I didn't make long, consistent progress of having a 20-year, 30-year file, so on and so forth, you know? That's the difference. But now I'm in a position where, we are in a position where now we're obviously doing that. And you see the results that we're having as a result. Did I just say results and result in the same sentence? I did. But again, I'm just saying that to say, like, if you're worried about anything I'm doing, just know we got here and I started really bad. If you were to watch the first videos on this channel, like without commentary, the ones I was uploading before I started doing commentary, I'm sure it'll make some of you cringe and you'll be like, wow, this is painful. But finally we're here, you know? No, Revo, do I really need it? It's freaking Eastern Knife. Loses will. Why, bro? You're fine. Did he lose his will? Like, what is that ability about? Is that because a horse is too far in front? Is it too much of a dominating thing or what? Which he has Dominator, so I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. I would think it would have something to do with, like, close race not good, like being demotivated from losing a head-to-head. But Eastern Knife is going to send us out with the bang. And he wins the Singapore Stakes. Easy as that. But yeah, what is loses will? I could look it up, but anybody could just tell me because I always read the comments anyways. That'd be very nice because I genuinely don't remember. Early spurt. So that's what it is. So if I get him going too soon to help him win a race, he's not happy about that. What a weird guy. Like, what do you mean that's too early, bro? You won the race. That's all that matters at the end of the day. So that's his second grade 1 for Eastern Knife. He has 3 grade 2s and a grade 3 to add to that tally as well. A great week, except for Extreme Kick, who apparently is not a turf horse. Yeah, 40 minutes. Right where I want to be. Another 4 races. Golden Oaks. Let's see who's going to be racing here. With Flying Home, Grade 2 America with Little My, Grade 2 Columbia with Marksman, and the Grade 1 with Lockwood. That's actually a really good selection of races with our originals, and I'm kind of excited to get those going in the next episode. But before, I need to check Extreme Kick. Still not telling me anything. Like, I hate this about Gallop Racer sometimes. Tell me something useful about her. Granted, I didn't do well in that race, so what am I really expecting, right? They want her in a grade 3. You know what? I'm okay with that. Grade 3 next month. Bounce back on the dirt. Probably, again, keeping her there for now on. Green Cristal. 4 for 6. Don't even know how I lost races with him, but it is what it is. Again, I'm not in the mood to title chase right now. It's just too many horses, and that will just take too much time. I'm sorry if that will frustrate anybody. I just don't see the point. I really don't. I would just rather win and title chase with horses I know I can title chase with. Like, obviously, I'm going for a dirt champ title with him, so let me just focus on that. In fact, that's like the simplest thing for me to do with my dirt horses that are really good. Just focus on a dirt champ title and go from there. You guys are seeing we're getting better dirt horses. So to me, you don't absolutely have to like chase all the other exotic titles to get a good dirt horse from breeding. Just get your 1 dirt champ title and do whatever else you want after that. Formal method. 6 wins out of 11 starts, 3 grade 1s. And you see where I've been running her. Very low class races. I got to step it up a bit. Got to run you in a grade 2 or a grade 3. On the dirt, whenever that's available. These 8.5s opens, not feeling those. Oh, man. Cluster Cup in Osaka in August. She'll be 5 next year. I hate that her stats are so good, but it's still like it's challenging to win with her at her distance. I promise you it is. I'm starting to think she's an early retirement horse. I mean, she should have been. I can retire her now, but like, like her grades are gonna look so bad whenever I retire her because I'm just not winning as much as I should be. But she's only S ranked. I guess that's her limit. You know? Guess that's her limit, but it is what it is. Again, we just have to look at her stats and consider that with the right dirt sire, that's where her value will truly be at its best. Easter Knife, they want you in the Summer GP. Came and put you in that race. What title are you working on? Mid-champ. I didn't realize I've raced him this much. 16 wins out of 19 starts. He's never finished worse than second. 9 grade 1s, and still on a winning streak as we speak. And I can race him like this until 7. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 race winning streak here for Easter Knife at all levels. Yeah, he's such a fun horse, man. I love Easter Knife. I really do. You know, he doesn't even want to wait that long to race. I know it's probably a shame not getting him a title, but I don't want to take that away from any of my originals. Like, he doesn't need to get into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows he's a Hall of Fame worthy horse. I don't need to, like, put him in there for the game to say, you got your horse in the Hall of... Like, you know what I mean? I don't need the game to confirm what we all already know about this guy. Well, buddy, unfortunately, the only race for you is a grade 3, so that's what you're going to have to settle with for now. But 10 furlongs, it's a handicap. Carry a little bit of weight. Yeah, that carrying this weight is a lot better than the other. Or I could just wait to race him, even if he's going to be a little upset about it. Even a handicap for a grade 2. Okay, yeah, he's going to have handicaps everywhere. And I can't even wait that long to race him. So I'm going to have to take the handicap hit. That's crazy. Could he run a sprint, actually? 73 speed? Probably. I'm kind of curious. Impulse even for grade 3 sprints. In other words, I can't run this dude in anything that's not a super high tier grade 1. But there's like none available. The super sprint I feel like I'm going to need for somebody that actually needs it. He's not doing GWS. And I could run him 12, but he's carrying a handicap here too. I can't run this dude anywhere. This is like insane. He has the endurance to run the London Gold Cup. Am I a madman? I mean, it's rare to get a horse in this game that actually has 20 furlongs. He has 87 stam. Gold Cup it is, my dude. Gold Cup it is. Oh, man. You'll be fine. And last but not least, did I get everybody into a race? I think I did. Yep. All right. So, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed. Plenty of good action still to come here to close out May. And then June will be here. And before you know it, July is here. And you know what that means. 6 2-year-olds will be hitting the track for the first time. You excited for all of them? Not sure what to expect, but that's kind of the beauty of it. So until then, I will see you guys later. Have a good one. It's Horse Race Gamer signing out. I hope you have a great and fantastic day. I will see you then for day 271 on the series. Goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.